What is up, guys? Dashing here for episode 725 of Community Universe Mode. We are here. It is Sunday Wildcard special event. Very much looking forward to its return here tonight, guys, as not only do we have that huge main event in store, the highly anticipated bout between CMV Global Champion from Crossfire Schmitty and CMV Undisputed World Heavyweight Champion Jason Spade from Supremacy. Unfortunately, he's the one representing us all tonight. Let's all cross our fingers that maybe he can possibly not let us down. But it is on. Schmitty has been cleared to compete after being given the antidote for his spider bite, Joy Justice, in exchange for getting her brother Bloody Justice a shot at the Global Championship in 2 weeks' time at Battle Scar. So Schmitty, Jason Spade in our main event. It's going down for real. But along with that, guys, 7 championships on the line, as 6 titles will be defended by their respective champions against completely unknown challengers. But one new champion will for sure be crowned, guys, right here, kicking things off, as the Internet Championship has been brought back to life. It is going to be a title defended weekly on both Supremacy and Crossfire. Of course, it was deactivated over a year ago, the final champion being Perry Heenan. But a new champion will be crowned right here, right now, as 2 superstars from Supremacy and 2 superstars from Crossfire, randomly picked, will compete in a fatal 4-way elimination match, and please do bear with me through the show. I think I'm coming down with something, so I might be clearing my throat a little bit, more so than usual, but nonetheless, the show must go on, baby. So let's not wait any longer, my fine feathered friends. But yes, the CMV United States Championship, International Championship, Anarchy Championship, European Championship, Unified World Tag Team Championship, and Zero G Championship will all be defended. And the great computer in the sky has picked whom will be challenging for said titles, just like this match. Kicking things off right here, right now. CMV Internet Championship, again, will be defended every week by the champion on both Supremacy and Crossfire. And of these 4 men in this elimination style will be the new champion going forward. But yes, most superstars are going to have no idea who they're defending against here tonight until their challenger actually makes their entrance into the arena here in lovely Las Vegas, Nevada. The only thing we know for sure here tonight is that it's going to be Schmitty and Jason Spade finally going one-on-one. But a big question is Schmitty really at 100%? Just a couple of days he's had to rest up after being given the antidote by Joy Justice. He is awake. He's moving around. He says he's ready to go. He says he's ready to get his hands on Bloody Justice. He'll certainly have the chance at Battle Scars in 2 weeks. That match is now official. The contract was signed in exchange for the antidote. Dada, on behalf of Schmitty and the Purge, making it official. So Bloody Justice is going to receive his first ever one-on-one World Championship match at Battle Scars. I agree with his sister's methods getting him that championship match, but nonetheless, he has the opportunity, so what can you really say? And here we go, our first of the 4 men vying to become the new Internet Champion here to kick off Wildcard. It is Tenra of the Purge. Again, 2 Supremacy superstars and 2 Crossfire superstars picked at random to compete in this fatal 4-way elimination style matchup. Tenra, a former NGW World Champion, he and Dada just a couple of days ago waging tag team war against Party Hardcore. The Purge in Schmitty's absence this past episode of Crossfire made sure to stake their claim. Lance Romance defeating and attacking Anarchy Champion Chris Diamond as well. Oh, shit. Thank you for the shout. Completely forgot there. I guess you just have to trust me that Tenra made his entrance. I'm sure that's not the last time that'll ever happen. First time, but not the last time. So Tenra from Crossfire, guys, and Scott Cannon repping the Cowboys from Hell, just made his debut this past episode of Supremacy in that 8-man tag team match, where, of course, they, along with Project Psycho, were defeated by the Next Gen Renegades and Los Finos Fatales, but kind of some tension between Project Psycho and Cowboys from Hell, because before that match, it was actually Cowboys from Hell who told Project Psycho, hey, stay out of our way, don't cost us the match. But in the end, I believe it was Travis Red who was pinned by Golden Cat. So Project Psycho's been going around saying, hey, what's the deal? You told us not to screw up, and then you went and lost the match. And so it has actually been confirmed. Next week on Supremacy, Nelson Rude will be going one-on-one with Jordan Nicholson. But here tonight at Wildcard, Scott Cannon gonna hope to get things back on track for Cowboys from Hell. And the other representative of Crossfire, guys, none other than a man who just made his debut a couple of nights ago. That huge upset win, dominant win, over European champion Reese Matthews. You'll recall Reese Matthews offered a handshake at the start of the match. Or I should say, Johnny Farmer offered a handshake. Reese Matthews refused, and so he got clocked in the jaw. Farmer ended up putting him away in just under a couple minutes. And now Farmer here in Las Vegas, Nevada Wildcard, hoping to follow up that huge debut by becoming Internet Champion. So Tenra and Johnny Farmer from Crossfire, who will join Scott Cannon and representing Supremacy. Johnny Farmer hoping that his debut on Crossfire won't turn out to be a flash in the pan. And in the short couple of minutes that match did go, Johnny Farmer definitely proving he could be a big star going forward in this new season. Nothing yet, J-Rod. Just getting things started. Internet Championship on the line here. A new champion will be crowned. Fatal 4-way elimination style. And last but not least, guys. Oh, look at this. It's going to be one half of Project Psycho, or 1/3. Jordan Nicholson, who has just announced is slated to be battling Nelson Rude on Supremacy next week. Along with Scott Cannon, going to rep Supremacy in this match. So we have our four set: Tenra, Scott Cannon, Johnny Farmer, and Jordan Nicholson. One of these men going to be the new Internet Champion going forward. So I guess this means if Jordan Nicholson wins this match, his bout with Nelson Rude on Supremacy will be for the title, because the champion, the Internet Champion, will defend every week. And a tweet here, guys, from Jared Leon says, Lawson, you better hope you didn't get me as your opponent for that United States Championship. Yes, Jarek Lawson, along with 5 other champions, defending tonight. But against 2, that's the question. A tweet here, guys, from Hunter Quinn, and he says, all right, Jordan, win this for Project Psycho. Bring us our first title for the group. May and I are back here watching. So Jordan Nicholson with some support backstage. Will they bring some championship gold to the group? Jordan Nicholson with the opportunity, and there is the glorious Internet Championship, which we didn't get to see very much before it was deactivated a couple of years ago. Harry Heenan, the final champion, after taking it from the inaugural champion, Dada, who of course won the Slick B Memorial Battle Royal at Ascendant 7. But here we go, being brought back. Who's going to be its new champion? Tenra goes right after Johnny Farmer. Interesting, the Crossfire guys mix it up, and the Supremacy guys go at it. Not surprising, though, in the case of Scott Cannon and Jordan Nicholson, some real tension here between these two and the rest of their respective groups. Belly-to-belly suplex stall. This is elimination style, meaning last man standing, either by pin or submission, will be the champion. No countouts, no disqualifications. Dragged out from the corner, Nicholson, along with Hunter Quinn. Even though they've yet to pick up a victory, have definitely made their impact in the tag division. Taking out Thunder from Down Under their first night, losing the match, but Jordan Nicholson breaking Jacqueline Hendricks' arm. And then that 8-man tag team match, they made it clear, if you didn't know, they were not the ones pinned, blaming it entirely on the Cowboys from Hell. A chance to make up for that here, and on Supremacy against Nelson Rude. Oh, cheeky jab. Of course, Mae Felix of the group has been on fire with wins over the women's champion Joy Justice, and more recently the women's hardcore champion Angelina Hawkins. Kick out by Johnny Farmer in the ring. Swinging neck breaker from Tenra, misses the kick though, as Nicholson and Cannon seem well content to do their battle here at ringside. It's not false count anywhere though. Live in Las Vegas, Nevada, Senator Shay Hoxton been parading around town all day, visiting his constituents. But he better be ready for that Unified World Tag Team Championship defense. He and Slate later on tonight against who? We do not know. Seemed like Nicholson was trying to get Cannon back into the ring, maybe trying to make a pinfall. Look at how big this Johnny Farmer is. Crossfire though, hit a moonsault on Reese Matthews, and that's actually the maneuver he used to defeat European champion Reese Matthews. That Revolution knee. The ripcord, some may call it, but not enough to keep down Tenra here. Nicholson getting well acquainted with that ring post as Tenra here from the corner. We've seen this before. The former NGW World Champion with the handspring Pele kick. But instead of going for the pin, going to admonish his handiwork momentarily, now goes for the pin. Will we have our first elimination? No, we will not. Face first off the announce table. Watch out for my Mountain Dew. Of course, I've got my security here with me because Jason Spade is in the building. You never know what that ruthless maniac might try to do. Pinfall attempt here. Tenra, after hitting his patented brainbuster down onto the knee, the exposed knee, but only got a 2 count. Front headlock by Scott Cannon. Power bomb. Oh, and look at Nicholson. Quick thinking out of the corner with that crossbody, and now comes up from behind on Johnny Farmer, trying to catch the rookie off guard. Up on the shoulders. Not a fun ride for Jordan Nicholson. The electric chair German suplex, bridge to pin. Will Nicholson be the first one eliminated? No, he will not. Scott Cannon rejoining the fight. Seems like Farmer is already out of energy. Maybe that's why he put Reese Matthews away as quick as he did. As a bigger competitor, you have to imagine the longer this match goes, it's not going to benefit him, but these smaller superstars like Tenra. Stomp onto the arm, Tenra. Those exposed knees. Just loading. Full of himself. Nicholson wants to take out Scott Cannon, but Tenra has another plan, it would seem. Scott Cannon not going to thank him for it. Nicholson instead going to target Farmer. Oh, and Farmer with a Hadouken. The double open palm strike to the chest. Nicholson wisely to the outside. Another ripcord knee, guys. And it sends Tenra out of the ring. Such forceful impact. But the thing is, Farmer can't go for the pin out there, so Tenra is safe. There has been a 6-time tag team champion, J-Rod. Quantum is a 6-time record-setting, current record-holding tag team champion. Hook to the jaw there. And to the upper back. Nicholson on the apron. Knocked to the outside with a shot to the jaw. His jaw is probably hurting after that second ripcord knee. Nicholson could be in trouble at the hands of the NGW alum. Grabs his arm though, right over the shoulder. Able to escape that back suplex attempt though. Tenra has not lost his agility, that's for sure. As former ripcord knee to Scott Cannon now. Everybody's getting one. To the pin. 1, 2, 3, and Scott Cannon is the first man eliminated. Look how Johnny Farmer can't even stand after getting the 3 count. And so Johnny and Jordan Nicholson remain. After countering the brainbuster, Farmer taking his time, bleeding from his forehead. Jordan Nicholson, and no rush to get back into the ring, letting these two beat the hell out of each other. But perhaps now season opening, gonna try to close in on it. Oh, Nicholson's bleeding too. And Nicholson, what's he going for here? Cross armbar out of the Falcon Arrow. Cross armbar. We know Nicholson already here. A short time in CMV, known as an arm breaker. Johnny Farmer could be next, guys. That's the maneuver Nicholson used. Of Jacqueline. 1, 2, 3, and Tenra steals the worry about Johnny Farmer perhaps having a broken arm. We'll get an update on him later on tonight, but the action doesn't stop. Nicholson with the drill claw. Drill claw by Jordan Nicholson into the pin. 1, 2, 3. Jordan Nicholson is the new CMV Internet Champion, just like that. Project Psycho finally with a big victory here to kick off Wild Card. Nicholson bringing home the Internet Championship. Definitely the ending of that match, a blink and you miss it type of scenario. Scott Cannon, Johnny Farmer, and Tenra eliminated within just a couple of minutes of each other. And again, we're going to have to... Farmer later on might have a broken arm after Nicholson... The drill claw. Jordan. Nelson Rouge will match. Good start here at Wild Card. May Hunter Quinn get lucky later on? We'll have to wait and see. Perhaps the great computer in the sky will bless Project Psycho here tonight at Wild Card. Sorry about that, guys. Don't know what happened there. Uno moment. Anyhow, barring technical difficulties here, the night far from over. That just being our opener, new internet champion crowned in Jordan Nicholson. Now we get into the defenses, guys. The CMV United States Championship, International Championship, Anarchy Championship, European Championship, Zero G Championship, and Unified World Tag Team titles will be on. We will not know until they come out from behind that curtain. And first up is Anarchy Champion Chris Diamond. Now, how is Chris Diamond feeling after not only losing to Lance Romance just 2 days ago on Crossfire, but then being beaten down after the bell? Diamond says he's okay, but we're going to have to wait to see if there is any lasting effects. That match between he and Lance Romance stealing the show just a couple of nights ago on Crossfire. But in the end, Diamond put down by the enforcer of the Purge. And Romance wanting to make it clear whether or not Diamond is still champion after tonight. He's coming for that Anarchy Championship. But yes, this is Diamond's first defense since winning the title just 2 weeks ago, defeating Xander Slate in another instant classic. Diamond's really been popping off this season. Both of his matches so far have been bangers. Will he keep up here tonight? We do have news on Schmitty. He is here. He is ready to go. He's been cleared. Of course, we'll have to wait until the match itself to see how he's really feeling. He's only had a couple of nights to rest up after being given the antidote for his spider bite coming out of his coma in exchange for Bloody Justice getting a global championship match in 2 weeks at Battle Scars. His sister Joy brokering that deal with Dada. It has been made official. Schmitty says he's ready for Jason Spade here tonight and he's ready for Bloody Justice at Battle. Jason Spade, though, even with an advantage, he's probably going to choke. I can't wait until we have a champion we can actually be proud of. I love Lance Roman. Thighs of his. Those watermelon crushing thighs. Have you seen those things? Ask Coxton. He's our uber talented, beautiful championship belt designer, along with Supreme, of course. Wow. Those tree trunk thighs. All right, here we go. CMV Anarchy Championship. I almost forgot to go live again. Not on my game here tonight. So who is it going to be that challenges Chris Diamond for the CMV Anarchy Championship? Our first of 6 defenses. Oh, wait a minute! Oh! It's Mike Hawk, ladies and gentlemen! Mike Hawk of Party Hardcore coming off of that tag team war against the Purge a couple nights ago on Crossfire. Losing effort, but man, what a return for Sam Valentine and Mike Hawk. And now Mike Hawk with an Anarchy Championship opportunity. A chance at redemption, and it looks like he's bringing the whole party with him. Sam Valentine, Scotty Tutati, and Cinnamon coming to support their boy. So Chris Diamond, with this work cut out for him in the form of Mike Hawk here tonight at Wildcard. Again, Chris Diamond just winning the Anarchy Championship a couple of weeks ago, taking it off of Xander Slade, and only a couple of days removed from his war with Lance Romance. How is Chris Diamond feeling? Surely can't be at 100%. Add on top of that the fact that he and all of his fellow ballers were out last night. I mean, we're in Las Vegas, Nevada. You can't be the baller and not go out partying. Hopefully he didn't stay out too late, though. Already at a disadvantage. Chris Diamond not backing down from the fight, though. Mike Hawk is no hit and quit it type of individual. He got battered a couple of nights ago. Mike Hawk went through a truly grueling encounter with the Purge. But he's here tonight. He's got the baby oil on. He's rock hard and ready to go. So our first championship defense here at Wildcard. Already, we've seen Jordan Nicholson crowned the new internet champion. Now it's time for the champions here to prove their worth. I don't think there's a much bigger challenge for a champion than going into a title defense blind. Chris Diamond didn't know until just now who he would be defending against. This is really the ultimate test for a champion, and a test that Chris Diamond is more than willing to take. Chris Diamond getting some audible boos here in Las Vegas. I guess he's probably been running around terrorizing all the local nightclubs and casinos. I think these fans, this crowd, are behind Mike Hawk. So here we go. This could be a real coming out party for Mike Hawk of Party Hardcore. He's got the band with him at ringside. Will they support him to a huge upset victory? Chris Diamond going to start things off hot. Taking down Mike Hawk with that Tiger suplex. Now some punches. Mike Hawk gets back to his feet. Collar double tie up. Side headlock. We saw that Mike Hawk wasn't just a party guy. Sam Valentine's sidekick and crossfire a couple nights ago, man. He held his own against the Purge. What a match it was. Of course, in the end, the Purge was victorious. But definitely a big comeback for Sam Valentine and his entourage. Super kick to the midsection. And a clothesline attempts to get him out of the ring, but Diamond going to catch him with a nice stun gun. Scotty Tuthati looking lovely here at ringside. And look at Diamond just stretching the face of Mike Hawk apart. Grabbing at the head of Mike Hawk. Oh, and a nice elbow drop to the inside knee. And again, good strategy here from Mike, because of course Chris Diamond uses a lot of super kicks, a lot of knees, and can take out his legs. He won't have any base to hit the break your neck foundation. Nice running neck breaker though by the Anarchy champion. Drops right into a pin. Only a one count. Cinnamon looks lovely as well. And Zaguri blocked by Hawk. Power elbow tie up. Chris Diamond gonna get the edge. There's one of those knees. Catching Mike Hawk right on the chin. Chris Diamond goes right into a bow and arrow, trying to slow things down a little bit and perhaps force the tap. Will Mike Hawk tap out? He's getting stretched right now. Might have to give in, but no. Able to turn it into a bit of a tadpole splash situation. Oh, what a DDT from Chris Diamond, the Anarchy champion. One of the most... Oh, guys, Sam Valentine just threw in a steel chair I don't know if Mike Hawk has taken notice yet, but the Dream trying to help out his fellow hardcore partier. I don't think Hawk's gonna get this the time though. Look at this distraction. Chris Diamond falls for it, guys. And Mike Hawk gonna capitalize. Oh, with a shin breaker. I think Sam Valentine was trying to get Mike Hawk to use the steel chair there. But Hawk may be looking to win this match the good old-fashioned way. Straight up. Half Boston Crab from Hawk. Gets turned around. Oh, and now he smacks the back of his head off that steel chair. Bit of karma. Chris Diamond tries to take him over to the corner. Hawk gonna put a stop to that real quick. Couple of elbows find their way into the midsection. Another stunt gun. Referee Tyson not taking notice of the steel chair yet either. And Diamond again gonna try to back into the corner. There we go. Now Tyson sees the chair. Watch him throw it at Scotty 230. Yeah, you could say Mike Hawk crept up from behind while Chris Diamond was distracted and grabbed him from the back. Face first off that top turnbuckle. Mike Hawk knocked for a loop, and Sam Valentine again doing all he can to help out Mike Hawk. Like a real friend. Ooh, hero slam. Where did he pull that one out of? Brought up to his feet. Irish whip into the corner. We've seen multiple times already Chris Diamond trying to end this match with his corner super kick, but Sam Valentine is becoming a nuisance. Oh, busted open. Hawk just ran face first into that elbow. And Mike Hawk now bleeding. This is an unfortunate situation. Hung out to dry on the bottom rope. Chris Diamond lines up his shot. Scotty 230 trying to distract him, but Diamond remaining focused, and Sam Valentine one last effort, and it works. Distracting referee Tyson trying to take apart the top turnbuckle. But wait a minute, what is Diamond doing here? Diamond with the walls locked in here by Chris Diamond. If he couldn't get the pin off the super drop kick, maybe the walls would get the job done. But look at Mike Hawk, great escape grabbing at the ankle. Hell of an effort from Mike Hawk, although you got to put an asterisk next to it. This has pretty much been a handicap match. Another hero slam. Look at Scotty 230 marking out. Wait a minute. Mike Hawk is rallying. He's sizing Chris Diamond up. Mike Hawk with a slobber knocker, but caught just in the nick of time. Scoop slam though, drops down behind. Reverse DDT from Hawk. Anarchy Championship on the line. Mike Hawk, a little whoopsie, targeting the lower back. Chris Diamond having some trouble breathing. This could be Mike Hawk's opportunity to capitalize and try and put Diamond away. Anarchy Championship at stake. Big blow to the midsection. Might not look like much, but that'll do a lot of damage. That'll have you gasping for air. Irish whip into the corner. Full steam ahead, but Mike Hawk stops himself short. Doesn't want to get ahead of himself here. Trying to take it slow. Mike Hawk thinking. Doesn't want to rush into the situation. Tree of woe position, and Hawk using some leverage from that top rope, trying to choke out Chris Diamond here. This is really all laid out perfectly for Mike Hawk. Chris Diamond not at 100% after the match with Lance Romance and post-match attack. All these interferences from Sam Valentine and the rest of Party Hardcore. I mean, you couldn't really ask for a bigger advantage. But Chris Diamond, man, even in this situation with his back against the wall, still as dangerous as ever, maybe more dangerous than usual. Break your neck foundation on the horizon. Mike Hawk, though, kicks the midsection, goes for a European uppercut, but falls flat on his face. Dragged by arm and leg. Dirty pin completely legal here. Anarchy Championship on the line. But Mike Hawk not going to let that leverage keep him down. Crosses the legs. Chris Diamond using Hawk strategy from the beginning of the match, going after the knees. Mike Hawk flailing here, desperate in his attack on Chris Diamond. Clothesline into the corner. Oh, now it's Cinnamon. Now Cinnamon distracting Chris Diamond. I don't really think Cinnamon is Chris Diamond's type of gal, though. No offense. Chris Diamond tells her off. Dropping Hawk sternum first on that top rope. And Diamond letting these fans know they're starting to get on his side now. He's A-okay. He's still in the fight. Winding elbow drop to the back of the head. Stomp to the chest, and Mike Hawk trying to think about his next move. Hopefully it doesn't take too long, though. It does seem like he's maybe suffering from a head injury. The blood continuing to pour out of that cut on his forehead. And Chris Diamond, no qualms. Hits the inverted overdrive, drops down to his knees. Stroking that beautiful beard of his. Chris Diamond perhaps catching his second wind, looking right at Sam Valentine as he drops the reverse DDT. Clothesline. And again, Mike Hawk won't stay down, but knocked stiff with a super kick. Mike Hawk still dangerous from his back, though. Kick to the side of the head. Maybe that's all he needs. Back suplex attempt landed by Chris Diamond. Going after the shoulder. Snaps it. Trying to pull a Jordan Nicholson here, and there's a back suplex for you. Cinnamon calling the attention of the baller. Chris Diamond. You would think a veteran like him wouldn't fall for this type of distraction. Now he's trying to get in Mike Hawk's face. Tell him this isn't very fair. Who said anything about fair, though? Trip up, back to the half Boston. Half Boston. No rope breaks. Middle of the ring. Chris Diamond escaping on his own accord. He's trying to shake off the cobwebs, trying to keep himself awake. And the corner is not where you want to be. Chris Diamond continuing to tell Mike Hawk, I don't like what's going on here. I don't appreciate it. Stop trying to talk to him, though. Into the corner, and Chris Diamond could be looking for the break your neck foundation again. Has been able to hit their patented maneuver. Mike Hawk continuing to look at that knockout punch from the corner. Here we go again, tree of woe choke. Wait, Mike Hawk in the corner. He's rallying. Hardy Hardcore is behind him. These fans are behind him in Las Vegas. Mike Hawk with the right hand. And Chris Diamond goes down like a sack of stone. But interestingly, Mike Hawk does not go for the pin. Instead, a reverse chinlock. He slaps on a reverse chinlock after hitting the knockout punch. That would have been his prime opportunity to go for the pin and try to win this match and the Anarchy Championship. But perhaps a rookie mistake. He's still able to counter that scoop slam into a DDT. Mike Hawk is loving this. He says, you can't see me. 5 knuckle shuffle from Mike Hawk, and Chris Diamond busted open. Nothing left. Mike Hawk collapses from exhaustion. 1. But still not enough. Yep. What a match this is turning out to be. Here at Wild Card. Oh, and a pelvic thrust for Mike Hawk. Never too late to get jiggy with it. Even deep into what has been a hard-hitting match. Chris Diamond is bleeding like a stuck pig now after that 5-knuckle shuffle. And Chris Diamond telling him to get back in the ring, boy. This ain't over. Wait a minute, what is Chris Diamond doing here? Top rope, that's a good 10 feet to the outside. tries to chop him on top of the head. Mike Hawk wants none of it, though. Back and forth they go. Mike Hawk back to the ring. He knows that's the only place he can win the championship. Chris Diamond taking a cheap shot. You can't blame him. After all the distractions from Party Hardcore, Diamond's got to do what he's got to do. Another inverted overdrive. They're knocking Mike Hawk. Putting on spaghetti legs from the apron. Just as he's about to hit the super kick again. This time it's Scotty 230. First Sam Valentine, then Cinnamon. Now Scotty 230 is getting involved. Chris Diamond cannot catch a break. Front headlock by Mike Hawk. Let's go. At this point, perhaps thinking, what do I got to do? Is there anything I can do? Now Mike Hawk goes to the corner. Decides to change up his game plan, though. You can't make those type of, decisions deep into a match like this. You give Chris Diamond too much time, and that's what happens. Chris Diamond continuing to shake it off. He's down but not out. Who would have thought Mike Hawk could give this much of a challenge to Chris Diamond? Incredible. Loving that trio bow foot choke. And maybe this time it'll be enough. All the blood pouring out of Diamond's head. He's lightheaded. Oh my Lord, I thought that was it. I thought we had a new Anarchy Champion 2.999 if I've ever seen a close call. Whew. Mike Hawk drops to his knees. Shaking it. Pop, lock, and dropping. Just continuing to go for pin after pin, hoping at some point it'll be enough, but Diamond will not give in. I think the only reason Mike Hawk is still in the fight, not to discredit his incredible ability, he's definitely pushing Chris Diamond to the limit. Diamond again gonna go from the top rope to the outside, but once more it does not pay off. These high-risk maneuvers from the Anarchy Champion continuing to give the edge to Mike Hawk. Is it lagging for you guys? I'm getting some lag here on my screen. Ooh, that does not look good. Are you guys getting that lag, or is it just me? No lag? Alright, I guess it's just my my streaming thing here. It's been going really slow. Maybe I need to restart my computer later. European uppercut though from Chris Diamond. Oh, there it is! Breakneck Foundation finally hits it, but Scotty 230 trying to distract Tyson, and Tyson, man, what a fool. He can't help it though. Tyson acting horny at Wildcard, falling for Scotty 230's tricks. Diamond finally hit the Breakneck Foundation and couldn't go for the pin. Tyson is being extraordinarily lenient. Of course, this is for the Anarchy Championship, no disqualification, so he can't really do much about it. Reverse DDT now from Chris Diamond. Actually, where did Sam Valentine and Cinnamon go? I just noticed. Nowhere to be seen. That kind of scares me a little bit. What are they up to? A third hero slam. Oh, there they are. And they are ready, as is everyone here in attendance. Mike Hawk throws out another whopper. It's caught by Chris Diamond. He denies it. Single knee face breaker. The need to win from match, and finally gonna get to hit his super kick. No more distractions. Bam! But Mike Hawk ducks it. The quickness, the reflexes of Mike Hawk. Instead, gonna eat the knee of Diamond. There's no quit in Mike Hawk, but nor Chris Diamond. Mike Hawk telling him stay down as he goes to the corner. Perhaps his final attempt. Whopping Diamond And this time goes for the pin. No reverse chokehold. 1, 2. Holy shit. Chris Diamond, not knowing the meaning of the word quit here at Wild Card. Unbelievable. He actually hit the punch and went for the pin. And Diamond freaking kicks out. Now the Diamond is pissed. Diamond is livid. And he is letting it show. Covering that top turnbuckle with blood. The blood of Mike Hawk. More time. Break your neck foundation imminent. Spinning Euro uppercut. These two putting on a hell of a match. Where's Diamond going up to the top twice so far? This has not paid off for him. Shooting star press he goes for, and Mike Hawk gets the knees up. Diamond's got to stop going for that high-risk offense. It is just not working out. Hopefully he realizes that sooner rather than later. High knee from Diamond. An impressive handstand turned into an elbow drop. And I don't even know if Diamond is conscious right now. He might just be on autopilot. He might just be working off of his basic instincts as a competitor. Mike Hawk has had every opportunity. He came into this match with the advantage because Diamond's not at 100%. All the distractions from Party Hardcore, and referee Tyson powerless to do anything about it. I'm honestly surprised Sam Valentine hasn't just straight up ran in yet. Some real restraint. I'm sure Mike Hawk doesn't want there to be any sort of run-in, though. He wants to go one-on-one with Chris Diamond. Oh, big knee on the rebound. He doesn't want this to become a three-way. But maybe he should have thought that through. Man, Mike Hawk just keeps reversing these break your neck foundations. Chris Diamond needs to think of something different. Something big, something really big. That can keep Mike Hawk down. Mike Hawk now getting his revenge. Diamond is gushing blood. This is ridiculous. Who would have thought? Mike Hawk. But like I said, I think this match probably would have been over a while ago, if not for all the interferences. Saving Mike Hawk. Giving him opportunity after opportunity. A third punch from the corner. No, says Chris Diamond. Slamming him back first into the turnbuckle. And just chucking him out to the center of the ring like garbage, as now he hits the super kick at point blank range. Diamond looks around, hands on his hips, taking a deep breath as he goes for the cover. 1, 2, Mike Hawk, bleeding, sweaty, exhausted, gets to his feet. Break your neck foundation for the second time. 1, 2, 3, and Chris Diamond is still the CMV Anarchy champion. Wow. Chris Diamond has had a hell of a first few weeks this season. A banger with Xander Slate, a banger with Lance Romance, and a banger with Mike Hawk here at Wild Card. The baller is back, baby, and truly better than ever. What a performance by Mike Hawk, though. I hope one day we can see these guys go one-on-one properly, no distractions. Mike Hawk just put on the map, though. He's no sidekick. He ain't just some guy with nice abs and beautiful blonde hair. Chris Diamond, though, is still the CMV Anarchy champion. event. Jordan Nicholson becoming the new internet champion, and Chris Diamond, the first to defend his championship successfully. 6 champions, though, still have their work cut out for them as the internet championship is on the line. Coming up next, Pierre Thompson. Who will he be defending against? Of course, we know if Thompson is successful in defending here, he will defend again next week on Supremacy against Golden Cat, former champion, getting his rematch after Danger Cat lost the international championship to Pierre Thompson at Christmas Clash. But of course, if whomever his challenger is wins the championship here, he will also have to defend against Golden Cat. So you know Golden Cat is keeping a close eye on this one, wherever he may be right now, watching lies or make up any sort of conspiracy. It's very suspicious, this meeting in the park. It's all just if and maybe right now. Wait, what's going on with the chat? I didn't see what you guys were saying. Is anyone else having a problem with Twitch? What's going on with Twitch? The chat's not working? What? What's up? You guys hear me? Check, check, check. 1, 2. Oh, yeah. Alright, I guess everything's okay. We will continue. So definitely interesting there, guys. Christian, the Unified World Tag Team Champions, the SNS connection in the parking lot earlier tonight, exchanging what looked like checks, but nothing is confirmed. Obviously, I was given this by a source I will not name. What are the Unified World Tag Team Champions up to here at Wildcard, guys, as we see who Pierre Thompson will be defending his international championship against. Oh, Hayden is back. We've not seen Hayden since Christmas Clash, where he was a part of those championship qualifying matches for the Scramble. Oh, and these two go back, don't they? Hayden, Pierre Thompson, the last time these two met was at Ascendant 6, where Pierre Thompson beat Hayden in under 60 seconds. And now Hayden, all these years later, selected by the great computer in the sky, a shot at the International Championship here at Wildcard. Can Pierre Thompson repeat history and make this a short and sweet championship defense? Or will the International Championship find a new home and continue to hot potato? The International title these last 6 months has had a lot of different homes. I mean, just at the end of last season, Andrew Briggs lost it to George King, who lost it to Quantum, who lost it to, I don't even remember who Quantum lost it to in the Chamber. He lost it to D'Angelo Prince. D'Angelo Prince lost it to the Cats. The Cats lost it to Pierre Thompson. That's all in the span of just a few months. In a while to successfully defend the title. Huge rematch here. And I know that's a loss that's really stuck in the craw of Hayden for a long, long time, losing to Pierre Thompson on the grandest stage of them all in less than 60 seconds. So you know he's going to be happy with the opportunity here to make up for that. There he is, the CMV International Champion, coming off a great match with Sarasi earlier this week on Supremacy. And remember, the champion that leaves wild card here tonight will defend against Golden Cat next week on Supremacy. Pierre Thompson looking to clean up his yard and get rid of all those pesky pussycats running around. And a tweet here, guys, from Chris Diamond. He says, "Fuck Mike Hawk. P.S. Girls, give me a call." Maybe I was wrong. Maybe Cinnamon is Chris Diamond's ideal gal. Are you sure that you guys aren't getting any lag or like buffering? Because my screen here is going crazy. I don't know what's going on. Maybe it is Twitch. Or maybe it's just the software I'm using here. It's going crazy though. Like I'm seeing nothing. Static. Alright, well. I don't really care. On the line, the CMV International Championship, which Hayden is familiar with. It is the second title he ever won in his CMV career. Many moons ago, he unified the CMV Championship with the CMV Intercontinental Championship, which of course became the International Championship. That was a long, long time ago. Hayden beat Jeremy Blake at the Royal Rumble event to unify those titles. Now here he is, all these years later, looking to reclaim the International Championship. We know these last couple of years have been rough for Hayden. He looked to kick the season off with a bang, going into those qualifying matches at Christmas Clash, but that didn't go his way in the end. Now here he is, the computer giving him an opportunity to not only win the International Championship, but rewrite that wrong that happened to him at Ascendant 6. Let's see if this match goes longer than 60 seconds. Hayden, Pierre Thompson, International Championship at Wildcard. And Hayden right out of the gate. That's what happened last time. At Ascendant 6, Hayden ran at Pierre Thompson like that. Thompson pretty much picked him up, hit the highlight, and that was it. You think Hayden maybe would have learned. Don't head straight at Pierre Thompson. It's not going to go your way. Pierre Thompson with a kick to the middle of the back. And a stomp to the quad. Not even letting Hayden get up. This is already a match dominated by Pierre Thompson. There you go, though. See, Hayden's already off on the right foot because last time he didn't even hit a single move. So he's already doing better. The 6-time world champion, most in CMV history. Broke that tie he had with Paul Devine, winning the global championship last season, at the start of last season. Short arm, shoulder block. Pierre Thompson's so strong, man. He hits that kind of move, it can pop your shoulder right out of its socket. Easy. Nice duck of the grapple attempt. Kicks to the back of the knee, trying to take out the bigger Pierre Thompson. Hayden always thinking. Wants to target the base of the big dog, take him off his feet so that he can't throw around that superior power of his. Lands that. Ooh! Flip out of the back suplex. Remember what Hayden said before Christmas Clash? He said his goal is to become a 7-time undisputed world heavyweight champion. He wants one more trip to the top of the mountain, and then he's going to retire. Winning the International Championship here is definitely a stepping stone to the Undisputed World Heavyweight Championship, and that's why Pierre Thompson wants to keep a hold on it. Thompson's never been world champion. He's only ever had one opportunity in his CMV career. Last season against Ace Reeves. He wasn't able to get the job done. Hits that back suplex now, followed with a big kick to the back. Reverse chin lock. Last match by the incomparable Mike Hawk. Off his feet. Hayden is very quick and deceivingly strong. Don't get it twisted. Hayden probably is stronger than the majority of the CMV roster. Oh, look at this camel clutch applied by Hayden. Or I should say to Hayden by Pierre Thompson. Hayden, who's a submission expert, might be in trouble of tapping out here. Dropped face first. Counters that takedown attempt. Gut wrench suplex and a jawbreaker. Staggers Pierre Thompson just a bit. That's enough though for Hayden to close the distance. Michinoku driver by the 6-time world champion, the A-lister, the Hall of Famer, who gets all of Pierre Thompson's match with that body block. Leg drop, elbow drop, forearm to the face. Thompson gas. We're not really that late into the match, so if Thompson's already getting tired, that is not a good sign. Hayden, of course, can go all night long. Big running power slam that would make the British Bulldog smile. Only gets a 1 count from it, though. Think of the wars Hayden has been through. The first ever match in CMV history 7 years ago. Hayden was a part of that. And here he is still to this day. Pierre Thompson's looking at him, lining up his shot, getting ready, very patient. Is the big dog, tries to go for the play of the day, it looked like. But Hayden quickly blocks that attempt. Another block there of the belly to belly. Grabs Pierre by the head, up against the ropes. Hayden knowing how to use the ring like a weapon, like a tag team partner. And now Hayden has his opening. Will the curse of the International Championship continue? Hayden, 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 Hayden. He's got the draw space. But look at how quickly Pierre Thompson is able to escape out of it. He knows Hayden too well, even all these years later. I don't even think Hayden got it fully locked in. Now a clothesline, and another one. Ducks the clothesline from Hayden. Big man flying off the ropes. That 360 power slam we've seen Pierre Thompson using lately might pay off as he gets a 2.999. Hands on his head. Pierre Thompson, though, not letting it get to him, refocusing. He's got Hayden wounded, and there's the highlight. 1, 2, but Hayden, he showed up tonight. This ain't no Ascendant 6. Pierre just throwing power move after power move at him. And look at this big right hand. That jaw hanging on by a thread. Pierre Thompson knows it, goes to the pin. 1, 2, no. Circling is Pierre Thompson, but Hayden tapping his head, saying, don't think I'm out yet, baby. Still in the zone, a couple of clotheslines, ducks that clothesline so quick as Hayden, still to this day. Snap power slam. Looks for the Tanahashi clothesline, of course, calls it the elbow to the side of the head. Calls it the catchphrase. Not able to pull it off, though. Pierre Thompson puts him down to get a 2 count. Slowly but surely, Pierre lifting the A-lister to his feet, slamming the Hall of Famer down with his own Michinoku driver. Continuing to try and smother Hayden with these belly-to-bellies, these power slams. Gouging the eyes, though, also not afraid to bend the rules in his favor if need be. And again, Pierre Thompson with that spinning power slam nearly got the win last time. Will it do the job this time? Yes, it will. Pierre Thompson is still the CMV International Champion. All these years later, Hayden certainly lasted longer than 60 seconds, but Pierre Thompson proving he is still the better man. Pierre Thompson here at Wildcard, breaking the curse that has fallen on the international last few months. The first champion in a while to successfully defend the belt. And defending against one of, if not the greatest to ever step foot in a CMV ring, Hayden. Pierre Thompson said this is gonna be his season. No longer taking a back seat. He'll do whatever he has to become world champion. And that was an impressive, dominant display by the big dog. Still much more to look forward to, guys, here at Wildcard, including our huge main event from Crossfire, the CMV Global Champion Schmitty taking on from Supremacy the CMV Undisputed World Heavyweight Champion Jason Spade. Schmitty has been cleared to compete after being given the antidote for his spider bite by Joy Justice in exchange for Bloody Justice getting a shot at the Global Championship in 2 weeks' time at Battle Scars. That match is official. The contract has been signed by Joy Justice and Dada on behalf of Schmitty. So Wildcard definitely going to be a hell of a show. Cannot miss it 2 weeks from tonight. But what's going to go down in our main event? Highly anticipated match. Schmitty versus Spade. Spade has to have an advantage walking into the match. Even though Schmitty's cleared, he's only had a couple of nights to recover from being in a coma. And knowing Spade, he'll probably still choke and embarrass Supremacy. Here's hoping, crossing my fingers, that maybe he cannot, send a message to Crossfire, the Supremacy locker room, and the CMV universe. What I already know, that he is a weak champion not fit to hold that title. Ace Reeves, if he was undisputed world heavyweight champion, facing Schmitty in the main event here tonight, there would be no doubt in my mind that he would be victorious and make myself and Supremacy proud. But that's later tonight, guys. We still have more championship matches to come. Already been a hell of a show. Jordan Nicholson, the new CMV Internet Champion. Chris Diamond successfully defending his Anarchy Championship against Mike Hawk, despite many interferences from Party Hardcore. And we just saw Pierre Thompson successfully defend his International Championship against Hayden. Up next, the European Championship is on the line. Reese Matthews the next to step up to the plate. And after what happened to him just a couple of nights ago on Crossfire, being embarrassed by rookie Johnny Farmer, Reese Matthews can't be in any sort of good mood here in Las Vegas, Nevada. Free promotion for WWE, I guess. And it looks like Quantum is going to be the challenger for Rhys Matthews and his European Championship. Quantum hasn't been seen since putting down Bob Luger at Ascendance. Neither has Bob Luger been seen, but the Future Man returning here tonight. He knows a lot about clocks, a lot about time, and he probably saw this coming. The great computer in the sky. I'm not so sure Quantum didn't go to the future and manipulate the computer to give him this opportunity here. I'm not going to be the one to say that to him, though. A former unmatched world champion, former international champion, of course, record-setting 6-time tag team champion. He's been all around the world. Will he be the new European champion after tonight? Rhys Matthews, well acquainted with Quantum's brother, Paul Devine. They go way, way back. But this is the first time ever that Rhys Matthews will be stepping into the ring against the Future Man. And Rhys Matthews, no doubt about it, has been a fighting champion these last few months. He's held that title, putting it on the line again and again, batting away anyone and everyone who steps up. And as mentioned before, embarrassed, caught off guard by the debuting Johnny Farmer a couple nights ago on Crossfire after refusing a handshake, got clocked in the jaw and then put away in less than 2 minutes. So you know Rhys Matthews wants to make up for that here tonight. And you know, I'm actually lying because I completely forgot that Rhys Matthews actually defended successfully the European Championship against Quantum before Ascendance. That's the vintage dashing memory coming into play, guys. So not even that long ago, just a couple of months ago, Rhys Matthews, one of his defenses was against Quantum. Of course, last time, though, Bob Luger was at ringside. No Luger here tonight. Perhaps Quantum will have better luck. 100% focus hand. I'm a filthy liar. Never listen to me. Look, all right, 7 years, I can't remember everything. That was pretty recent, though. Quantum ready to bring home some more singles gold. Big old roar. I love the surgical mask he's rocking. Of course, Quantum usually masked, but he's got to be extra careful these days. Not to say Rhys Matthews is a filthy man. Cleanliness next to championliness. We all know that. Here we go. European Championship on the line. Rhys Matthews set to defend against Quantum. So far, every champion has successfully defended their title. Chris Diamond and Pierre Thompson. Rhys Matthews, keep that up. Power up top to start things off. Still to come, the 0G Championship on the line. The CMV Unified World Tag Team titles on the line. And of course, our huge main event. Champion versus champion. Schmitty and Jason Spade. Knee to the back of the head. Rhys Matthews wasting no time. Not even a minute into this one, he's already stroking his own ego. Goes after the arm. Snapping it right back over the knee. And I think we've had plenty of arm breakings in recent CMV history. Might have another here tonight. Still no update on Johnny Farmer, as he's attended to by the medical crew after that fatal four-way at the top of the show when Jordan Nicholson just about tore his arm right off, allowing for Tenra to eliminate him from the fatal four-way. Back into the ring. Quantum German suplex. Clean, crisp, perfectly executed. Reverse DDT down onto the knee. Transition right into a neck breaker. These two starting off like a throwback to the 80s or 90s. Very slow. Tangling on the mat. Suplexes. Reese Matthews, of course, calls himself the total package, and for good reason. Really excels every aspect of being a pro wrestler. He's quick, he's agile, he can mix it up on the canvas, he can brawl. Throwing Quantum out of the ring there, and of course, most of all, not afraid to break the rules. Not taking Quantum seriously here. Reese Matthews doesn't have Bob Luger at ringside to cause a distraction this time, though. Pick up under the knee. Reese Matthews back into the ring, wants no part of that ringside fun. Ooh, knee to the midsection. Reels him right into another hangman neckbreaker. Reese Matthews targeting that head and neck, possibly setting Quantum up for the total package pile driver, or maybe that cutter of his. Clothesline from Quantum. Quantum's got so many ways he can beat you. Of course, he's from the future. Ooh, and an Omega driver. Shout out to his alter ego, Omega Z. And there's the timestamp. Just like that, this one could be over. We could have a new European champion. 1, 2, but no, Reese Matthews denying the future man. No worry, says Quantum, though. Doesn't let that deter him. The Hadouken! Double open palm strike to the heart. Reese Matthews stunned, down to the 3-0. The European Championship still in his possession, at least for now. And these fans are definitely behind Quantum. Las Vegas, Nevada, they're on their feet. European Championship not yet on the list of accolades for Quantum. Oh, but look at that! Oh, Reese Matthews toying with Quantum and us. Popping him up for what I thought was going to be his cutter on the way down. Cheeky is Reese Matthews. The cheekiest of the cheeks, you might say. Quantum loopy. Reese Matthews sends him into the corner. On that top rope, bad place to be if you are Quantum. Able to save himself though, dropping back down to his feet. Clean, simple, crisp DDT only. Garnering a 2 count though, and Reese Matthews wisely rolling to the outside as Quantum continues to try and rally this crowd. This ruckus crowd. Cheeky jab misses. Quantum coming back, throwing him face first off the announcement. But come on now, why you gotta get it all sweaty? Don't make me sick my security guards on you. My man's over here in the beautiful blue. I actually don't know who this guy is to my left. They're out here, of course, because Jason Spade can't be trusted. That goon. You never know what he might try to do to me. Quantum hanging up Reese Matthews on that top rope, spins him around. Irish whip into the corner. You can tell Quantum, he's got something in mind here. And if Reese Matthews ain't quick to put a stop to it, we might have our first new champion here tonight. Choked out. Big fan of Mike Hawk. Punches to the temple. A couple in succession. Smashed face first off the canvas. Quantum wiping the sweat from his face. Perhaps tiring out. Quantum has been partying a lot lately, in the past, in the present, and in the future, but no party will be as big as the one tonight. Hadouken a second time to the heart, hooks the leg. 1, 2, 3. Quantum is the new CMV European champion. Quantum focusing up in the new season. After his big win over Bob Luger at Ascendance. Strong showing against Rhys Matthews here at Wildcard. And brings home the European Championship. Rhys Matthews has not had a good week. Maybe he should have just shook Johnny Farmer's hand. So our first title to change hands tonight after 2 successful defenses. Here Thompson respecting Internet Championship, but Quantum, the first challenger selected at random by the great computer in the sky to bring home some championship gold. Before we move on to our next championship match, guys, that's going to see Mystery Mask III defending his CMV 0G championship. I want to take you back to earlier tonight because I don't think everybody got to see it. I showed it like right when the chat was acting up, and you guys said you were refreshing. So earlier today, I received from a confidential source, I will not reveal whom, the same person that gave me that audio tape, though. The offer still stands. Cam Harris, come to my office next week on Supremacy and see what Jason Spade really thinks about you, but that's another story. I was given a scoop earlier tonight before Wildcard started, guys, in the parking lot outside of the arena. A meeting between the Unified World Tag Team Champions, the SNS Connection, and Christian Kai. Now, it looks like Senator Shea Hoxton there is handing Christian Kai what appears to be a check. Christian Kai didn't like the first one, but you can see on his face, he liked the look of the second one. Now, I'm not sure what's going on here, but it definitely is suspicious. Unified World Tag Team titles will be defended later on tonight. What are the Unified World Tag Team Champions up to here with Christian Kai? I don't want to spread conspiracy theories. I don't want to make anything up. I just want to show to the world what I've been shown. When Slayton Hoxton, they're constantly up to shenanigans. It would be a surprise if they weren't up to something at any given time. But here at Wildcard and in Hoxton's home state, Las Vegas, Nevada, Senator of Nevada, it's not a good look. We'll have to do a little more digging and see what happens. I said state. So here we go, the CMV 0G Championship on the line. Mystery Mask III, his first defense since winning the title back at Ascendance 8, voted Match of the Year. TLC against Matsuda Tanaka. And wait a minute, is it who I think it is? Well, one half of Project Psycho here tonight already brought home some championship gold. Jordan Nicholson in the Fatal 4-Way, the new Internet Champion. And now it looks like indeed the great computer in the sky has favored Project Psycho. because Hunter Quinn is the decided challenger for Mystery Mask the Third. This could turn out to be a real good night for Project Psycho. And with May Felix in tow, May Felix been carrying the momentum for Project Psycho these last couple weeks with her non-title wins over women's champion Joy Justice and women's hardcore champion Angelina Hawkins. But Jordan Nicholson with his own huge win earlier tonight, and now Hunter Quinn with the opportunity. This is certainly gonna be an interesting matchup. A clash of styles. Mystery Mask the Third, unpredictable. And Hunter Quinn, you never know what this guy's gonna do. Mystery Mask the Third, though, let's remember, coming off a big win earlier this week on Supremacy against Cameron Cray. Mystery Mask looked real good in that outing. And that's coming off of the voted Match of the Year at Ascendance 8, where he dethroned Matsuda Tanaka. TLC, if you haven't seen that match, go back and watch it for sure. Mystery Mask the Third probably still feeling the effects of that match, but it didn't stop him from putting down Cray earlier this week. And it's not going to stop him from coming out here tonight. Mystery Mask the Third, the unknown entity of CMV, looking to spin, spin, spin. We're still set to see the United States Championship on the line. Jarek Lawson defending. And of course the CMV Unified World Tag Team titles defended by the SNS Connection, along with our huge main event, Schmitty and Jason Spade. Finally, one-on-one already. We've seen some titles defended, some titles change hands. What fate awaits Mystery Mask the Third? Will it indeed be spin, 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 win, win, win for the CMV Zero-G champion like we saw against Cameron Cray? I hope Hunter Quinn isn't easily made nauseous, because going against Mystery Mask the Third is for sure going to be a ride. Not a fun one. Hunter Quinn follow up on the momentum of Jordan Nicholson earlier tonight and bring home the Zero-G championship. We could see Project Psycho decked out in gold on Supremacy next week. Hunter Quinn not gotten to see a whole lot of them, so this is definitely going to be a match to watch. He's only had 2 matches so far, and both were tag team bouts with Jordan Nicholson, and neither did he win. This is really going to be a showcase for Hunter Quinn, and a showcase it is, vying to become Zero-G champion. Mystery Mask, the showman, popping out of the corner. Belt handed off to our official Tyson. Shown to Hunter Quinn. Doesn't even look down on it. He knows what's on the line here. He's just looking right at Mystery Mask and not taking his eyes off of him. Hunter Quinn. Mystery Mask the Third. Just lucky this match isn't no disqualification, because otherwise that would definitely benefit Hunter Quinn, who comes out with a bang. German suplex to the Zero-G champion. Nice block though. Punch to the gut. Oh, tries for a springboard back elbow, but Hunter Quinn just slightly steps back, and Mystery Mask pretty much takes himself out. Nice back elbow with a spin. There you see May Felix at ringside. What a roll she has been on. Her first 2 matches, defeating women's champion Joy Justice and women's hardcore champion Angelina Hawkins. Can't make a much bigger impact than May Felix has in the women's division these last couple of weeks. Back suplex. Big Hoxton fan, 21-21 here in Las Vegas, Nevada for Wild Card. Telling the crowd to hush so they can hear the smack of Mystery Mask's head off the canvas. And there's the choke. The illegal choke, might I add. Only has to the count of 5 to release the hold, lest he be disqualified. Certainly not becoming Zero-G champion that way. Only by pinfall or submission in the ring will Hunter Quinn leave as champion. Catches that punch, kick to the midsection. Nice Tanahashi clothesline with the catchphrase that Hayden could not hit earlier tonight. Hunter Quinn pulling it out. We get a seatbelt slam there. Stomp out of the hand. Mystery Mask gonna spin the arm of Hunter Quinn. Now that's usually the move of Project Psycho. Breaking arms. And I have received word now on Johnny Farmer. He is okay. Arm not broken, luckily. Definitely sore, though. Thanks to Jordan Nicholson. Fireman's carry overhead. This has been non-stop since the bell rang. These two just back and forth. Nobody's had a definitive advantage thus far. But look at Mystery Mask. You want to get hardcore? Here you go. 10 times tasting that top turnbuckle. And here's the first pinfall attempt of the match. Champion looking to retain, but only gets a 1 count. Hunter Quinn throwing up a punch to the gut. May Felix cheering him on. I'm sure Jordan Nicholson doing the same backstage with his internet championship. Resting up after the fatal 4-way. Irishman going to send the champion into the corner from behind. Enzu Lariat is what Quinn's looking for, but rebounding off the ropes. A spinning forearm smash. And look how Mystery Mask taunts Hunter Quinn. Talking that smack. The international man of mystery. There you go. You want to spin. Hunter Quinn's got you. Right into a clothesline. Where is Quinn taking Mystery Mask? Gut first into those steel barricades. May Felix better keep her distance. Doesn't want to risk a DQ in a big match like this for Hunter Quinn. Just nearly missing the big boot. And then we're going to snap dragon suplex the neck of Mystery Mask off those pads. Better than usual here at Wild Card. Pretty much on the concrete. May Felix cheering on. Her tag team partner. There we get a shining wizard. Hunter Quinn now. Looks like a power bomb setup. Mystery Mask, eating the buckle bomb. And that's a maneuver that can go so badly, so quickly. Hunter Quinn showing he has no care for Mystery Mask's well-being here. Only concerned with becoming Zero-G champion. Dodged in the corner, out onto the apron. Hunter Quinn throws a punch, makes up for it with the jab. Now from the corner. Off the ropes. Two-handed bulldog. Hunter Quinn rolling right now. Looking good as the challenger takes a bow as he spins Mystery Mask into that reverse STO. Might be spin, win for Hunter Quinn here at Wild Card. Uh-oh, we've seen this, haven't we? Mystery Mask III with the spinning final cut. Dropping Hunter Quinn right on his neck to retain the Zero-G Championship. 1, 2, 3, and that's gonna do it. Mystery Mask III is still the CMV Zero-G Champion. Spin, Quinn. Could not win. Mystery Mask III is still the CMV Zero-G Champion. Hunter Quinn tried to beat Mystery Master Third in his own game, but it didn't pay off. You can't outspin the spinster. And there's what did it, the final cut. Keeping Quinn down. So 50-50 for Project Psycho on the night. Hunter Quinn can't get the job done here against Mystery Master. The Internet Championship still brought to the group. Not a bad night. Mystery Master Third, though. Since Ascendance has been on a whole nother playing field. His match against Cameron Crane, now against Quinn here tonight. How did he get his tongue out of the mask? Now that's impressive. That's a mystery right there. That needs to be investigated. The mystery tongue. The mystery of the mystery tongue. Well, into our tertiary main event we go. Quick drink. The United States Championship next to be defended, guys, by Jarek Lawson, who, of course, won the title at Ascendance 8, dethroning Josh Wolf. And the Purge, earlier tonight, starting off with Tenra, not able to win the Internet Championship. Can Jarek Lawson pick up some momentum to send Schmitty's way, our main event later on? And still also the Unified World Tag Team titles to be defended. The SNS Connection against who? As we continue to ponder what might that meeting have been about in the parking lot earlier between Christian Kai and the SNS Connection. And speaking of meetings and parking lots, guys, Stephon Hastings these last couple of weeks has been on the search for his father, Harvey, who, if you're a longtime CMV viewer, you may recall retiring at Ascendant 7 against his son, Stephon, who returned earlier this week on Supremacy with a big win over Matthew Justice. And I got word that Stephon has found his father, who's been MIA for a couple of months now. And this exclusive here, we see Stephon tracked his father down to a parking lot. It seems like Harvey, down on his luck ever since being retired, has resorted to living in the back of a van. But there you see the former CMV Undisputed World Heavyweight Champion. Stephon has found him, and it seems like Stephon Hastings is attempting to bring his father out of the slump he's been in and back to CMV. It's clear that Harvey Hastings, after being retired, hasn't been able to find a place for himself. He's a wrestler. That's all he knows. And Stephon is looking to revive not only his father's life, but his father's career here in CMV. So we will be seeing Harvey Hastings return to CMV and Supremacy next week. It's definitely rough to see any time, a great like Harvey Hastings is down on their luck like that. I mean, a former world champion living in the back of his van, just not able to operate without being a wrestler. But Stephon, like the good son he is, tracking his father down, and Harvey Hastings returns to CMV next week on Supremacy. Definitely looking forward to that, almost as much as I am looking forward to this United States Championship match coming up next. So who will be challenging Jarek Lawson for the CMV United States Championship here at Wildcard? Oh boy, it is a former United States champion Ladies and gentlemen, Hall of Famer Dave Turner is back. Haven't seen him since the Money in the Bank ladder match at Ascendance. The living legend returns and looking to take the fight to the Purge's Jarek Lawson United States title. Dave Turner, who's held just about every single championship there is to hold in CMV. A three-time world champion, returning from retirement midway through last season. Dave Turner looking to revisit the glory days. You know, Turner wasn't United States champion for very long. He won the title and then I believe lost it the very next night. So this is a championship he's definitely glad to be challenging for here. Make up for that lackluster run the last time he was in possession of the gold. But of course, currently it is held by Jarek Lawson, who was voted Rookie of the Year. Skyrocketed to the top last season, becoming Rising Star champion within his first few weeks, held the title until the end of the season, the longest reigning Rising Star champion of all time, one of the longest reigning champions in CMV history, period, and retired the championship, unifying it with the United States title at Ascendance 8, his victory against Josh Wolf. And repping the Purge here, hopes to send some momentum off to Schmitty in the main event. The Cowboy exchanging his hat. And instead donning some rock star memorabilia. And that's definitely what he is. You can't think of a much bigger first year in CMV. Jarek Lawson has already become a main event player on Crossfire by Schmitty's side, and that United States title proves it. This is a hell of a first defense for the Rockstar. A CMV Hall of Famer stands across the ring from him. Jarek Lawson does not look at all worried. Looking at that beautiful United States Championship, though. This is a man who has only been defeated once, one-on-one. All of last season, an entire year. Josh Wolf defeated him, and then Jarek Lawson got his win back at Ascendance. Dave Turner become only the second man to defeat Jarek Lawson mano a mano, or will he join the long, long list of those who have fallen at the feet of Lawson? Drop toe hold straight out the gate by DT. Sent back though with double boots to the chest and a stomp to the arm before Turner can get back to his feet, and a big kick to the chest. Has a hold of the arm now. Does Jarek Lawson trying to rip it right off, it looks like. Another kick gets sidestepped. Dave Turner, known as the technical prodigy. Definitely not the kind of guy you're going to want to start mixing up with on the canvas and trying to get the better of hold to hold. Lawson's going to have to use that quickness, that agility of his. And of course, that willingness to do whatever it takes. Only a 1 count for Dave Turner, first pinfall attempt here. Only one championship has changed hands so far tonight. Quantum dethroning Reese Matthews as European champion. All other champions, Chris Diamond, Pierre Thompson, and of course, Mystery Master III, we just saw successfully retaining. Look at Dave Turner into a triangle choke here on Jarek Lawson. Lawson's going to try to angle a position here. lifting Turner up. Now that is some impressive strength. Seems like the damage might be done, though. You get caught in a choke like that for even a couple of seconds, you're gasping for breath. Scoop slam turned into a DDT by the Hall of Famer. Lawson trying to pull himself up using the ropes. Turner's not going to give him the chance to do so, though. Kindly helping him up himself. Not out of the love of his heart, though. Instead, for what looks to be a superplex from the apron into the ring, turned into a freaking Falcon Arrow. Stomp misses, though, and Lawson sent into the corner. Drop kick to the lower back. Turner gets to his feet, sent into the other corner. And there's a European uppercut. Jarek Lawson loving his European uppercuts. We might get a party here tonight. Misses the stop again. Oh, and a cutter from out of nowhere by the United States champion. Will it be enough to retain? No, may well be. No, just a 1 count. Elbow to the face. Stunning Lawson. Just long enough for Turner to nail him with a brutal bicycle boot down the gullet. However, Dave Turner with a rookie-esque mistake, taking his eyes off the ball and taunting Lawson instead of following through. You'd think a Hall of Famer might know better than that. Step away from the ropes. Deadlift, gut wrench, suplex. Dave Turner, man. Even at his age, still able to hold his own against someone the caliber of Jarek Lawson, who's in the prime of his career. But Dave Turner adamant to prove he still has what it takes to be at the top of the CMV mountain. After that scoop slam, though, Lawson from the top looking for a rock star elbow drop. Took far too long, and someone like Dave Turner ain't gonna wait around. Instead, it nails him with a super kick. Did you hear that smack? My God. A shout out to his fellow Hall of Famer and former tag team partner, Paul Anderson. Shot to the midsection. You know what Turner's going for. Either the Dragon Sleeper or the Psycho Driver. Maybe something else entirely. You never know. Dave Turner. Oh, wait! I think he is going for the Psycho Driver. From the corner. Oh my God. Did you see the way Lawson landed on top of his head? That was brutal. 1, 2, and somehow he's able to take a shot like that and kick out. Talk about hard-headed. Turner lets out a shout, and you can hear these fans. They are 100% behind the technical prodigy. And Turner, knowing he's got Lawson hurt, keeping the pressure up. Another super kick attempt. Dodged by the champion, but a big Irish whip going to take this fight to the outside. Gotta wonder what Turner's thinking here, because he cannot win this match at ringside. Only by pinfall or submission in the ring. Lawson's got the champion's advantage. He could leave here still champion by countout or disqualification. Turner's giving him a taste of that concrete floor. Vertical suplex into a back suplex. Lawson with some well-placed kicks to the back of the knee. And just waiting for Turner to get back into the ring. Talking smack to the legend's face. And Turner's not going to have that. Both men down after Turner hits a half Nelson suplex. What a match. This has been suddenly Lawson to his feet. Only to eat another bicycle kick, but maybe not forearm smash by the rock star, who's had enough of Dave Turner's games. Tries to go for the big old knee to the side of the head. Dave Turner saw it coming, though. Says, get that forearm out of here. I ain't having none of it. Up on the top. Not a good place for Jarek Lawson to be. We know that. After Turner hit the the psycho driver earlier. What a neck breaker! Jarek Lawson from the top rope with a ring-shaking neck breaker, nearly enough to get the job done and retain his United States Championship. And look at how he looks down at Dave Turner like, you gotta be kidding me. Unbelievable. How do you get hit with a move like that and kick out? That's what Jarek Lawson's trying to figure out here. Back on the top. Lawson not gonna be so lucky this time. A second psycho driver, and he'll be lucky to still have a neck when he wakes up tomorrow, let alone the United States Championship. Oh my God. And Dave Turner arguing with our head official Tyson here. He can't believe that Jarek Lawson just kicked out of a second psycho driver. Can't say that I entirely blame him. Remember though, Lawson, 1 year here at CMV, has only been defeated one-on-one once, and that was by Josh Wolf at Absolution. Lawson made up for that at Ascendance, beating Josh Wolf for the United States title. And Lawson is showing why here in this match, busted open off that Helluva kick in the corner. And now a deadlift German with a beautiful bridge. That might be enough, guys. Lawson, I don't know what drives this kid. I don't know what keeps him going. And how the match started. It might end. Triangle choke by Dave Turner. Lawson, does he have enough left to escape again? This kid is incredible. Rookie of the year for a reason. You know, at this point, Lawson has got to put Dave Turner away sooner rather than later. There's only so long Lawson can survive. He's got to go on the offensive. Spinning soul kick. A Shiranui? No. Oh! Swinging modified neck breaker. Rolls the dice here in Las Vegas, Nevada. Does Jarek Lawson. But perhaps should have better capitalized. As he gets an elbow drop to the back of the head. And look at Dave Turner. Maybe not all that impressed with this kid. Dave Turner, he's rough, rugged. At this stage in his career, he ain't got time. He's a Hall of Famer already, but he's still got some things left to accomplish. Back suplex. You see Lawson continuing to work that neck and head. Continuing to try and go for that knee of his. And here's the two amigos. Vertical suplex transitioned beautifully into a back suplex. Dave Turner, what's he thinking here? The cogs are turning. And the veteran, late into this match, with still enough left in the tank to be throwing Jarek Lawson around the ring like a rag doll. And Lawson, I don't think he's got anything left. Jeez. Lawson absorbing that kick. Another spinning soul kick, but Dave Turner was quicker. Suckering him in. Northern Light suplex. What upper body strength right into a final cut. No spin though, so how can he win? Oh, I'll tell you how. Another super kick. I think I saw one of Jarek's teeth go flying into the front row. Good night, new United States champion here at Wildcard. Yeah, that's the reaction I was expecting. But look at Dave Turner. He says no playing around. What's he got? Jarek Lawson rolling out of the attempted psycho driver. Down goes Tyson. Ooh, and Turner falls right onto him after that drop kick. Another drop kick. Looks like Tyson's going to be okay, though, luckily. He's a tough cookie. Forearm smash to the lower back. Lawson. Another drop kick. Turner says enough of that. Jarek Lawson. Whoa! that belly to belly almost threw Lawson out of the freaking ring, and no time to recover as Turner goes right into a third triangle choke. And the United States champion, I mean, there's nothing left to say. This kid is in a league of his own. Everything Turner has thrown at him, nothing will stick. And what's this now? Oh! Knee to the jaw. 1, 2. And now it's Lawson's turn to be stunned. Lawson's turn to be shocked. Shot for shot, back and forth these two go, trying to keep each other down, but nothing seeming to do the trick. Turner just trying to take some deep breaths while keeping Lawson grounded. The reverse chin lock does just that. Sweep though by Lawson. He had some time to think. Irish whip is what he wants. Remember, he can retain by count out or disqualification. Maybe he doesn't think he can beat Dave Turner properly. Or maybe he's... Oh my God! I think I heard the crack of Dave Turner's skull off the apron from that DDT. How is he still standing? I could say that about both men at this point, though. Jesus, man. And a half Nelson suplex into a half Nelson suplex. Lawson just being dropped on top of his head here at ringside. Again, those pads are thinner than usual. That's basically a concrete floor. And Turner now running on fumes. Power slam. 1, 2. Hands on his hips. Struggling to get to his feet. Lawson, one last ditch effort. One more time to the top rope. Can he connect? With the elbow drop right in the middle of Turner's back. Turner taking it on the chin with a pinch of salt. Helluva kick. Not going down so effortlessly. This time Turner pulling Lawson into a bridging German. 1, 2. I mean, this is a spectacle. The triangle choke. A 4th time. Turner trying to choke the life, whatever life might be left, out of Jarek Lawson. Blood from that cut on his forehead spilling down his face. Gyrating his hips. How? How is he conscious enough? The showman. And that's enough to do it. Jarek Lawson with that hangman's neck breaker. Wow. That deserves an applause. Jarek Lawson is still the CMV United States champion after an instant clash here against Dave Turner. But wait a minute. No, come on. Not after a match like that. Not after an amazing match. Jarek Lawson sending a message on behalf of the Purge and attacking a defenseless Dave Turner. A great match by Jarek Lawson beating down Dave Turner. He was done just still. And Lawson just had to get those last licks in, Dave Turner daring to give him such a fight. What a match though, truly. Would not mind seeing those two go at it again, but we got to worry about whether or not Dave Turner is going to be okay. Certainly some big momentum picked up for the Purge there. Lawson going to send it off to Schmitty in our main event, going 1-on-1 with Jason Spade. But first, guys, the Unified World Tag Team titles will be on the line as the SNS Connection defend. Our final champions to defend here tonight. As we have seen, only one championship change hands, and that was Quantum defeating Reese Matthews to become European champion. Pierre Thompson battled back Hayden. Chris Diamond defeated Mike Hawk. Mystery Mask III able to keep Hunter Quinn at bay. And we just saw an amazing match. Jarek Lawson retaining the United States title against a game Dave Turner. Not to mention Jordan Nicholson becoming the new internet champion. And our fatal four-way to kick things off. But now, which team or which non-team is going to get the opportunity at the SNS Connection? Although after what we saw earlier tonight, shenanigans in the parking lot, nothing confirmed. I'm not going to spread lies. I'm not even going to ponder. But we did see Christian Kai and the SNS Connection exchanging paperwork, what looked like checks. It was very fishy to say the least. And we know Slayton Hoxton, we know Hoxton especially here in Las Vegas, Nevada, what he could get up to. I could only imagine, but nonetheless. And it looks one of the challengers for the Unified World Tag Team titles here tonight at Wildcard gonna be Misawa Kage. And so we already know instantly right off the bat that it's not going to be any established tag team because Misawa Kage has no partner. So whom will he be sharing the apron with here tonight? You look back a few years ago here at this event, Wildcard, the thrown together team of Kevin Silva and Luke Swanson, chosen by the great computer in the sky, became the World Tag Team Champions their first night as a team. So historically, these random teams able to get the job done. Misawa Kage and his partner be able to say the same, though. So who's it going to be? Who's teaming with Misawa Kage here? Anyone? Bueller? What? Wait a minute. That's Senator Shea Hoxton. But nobody came out. Where's Kage's partner? Shea Hoxton now entering. But no, unless Hoxton is Kage's partner? I don't think so, though. That would be certainly a tricky situation. So what the hell is going on? This is, all right, with what we saw earlier tonight, something's going on here for sure now. Somehow the SNS Connection found out who their challengers were. What? Maybe Misawa Kage's partner was Christian Kai. I think Hoxton found out, and I think Hoxton paid him off. That's what we saw. Exchanging the paperwork, Hoxton giving him a check. I think Hoxton paid off Christian Kai to not come out here for this. It's all adding up now. It's the only thing that makes sense. Otherwise, where's Kage's partner? You've got to be kidding me. Desperate measures by the Unified World Tag Team Champions. You know, Slate put on a big spectacle on Twitter earlier this week, complaining about having to defend the titles here tonight. This is ridiculous. Christian abandoning his tag team partner in exchange for a payoff. And now Kage has to vie for the Unified World Tag Team titles by himself. here at Wild Card. Despicable from the SNS connection. And Christian Kai. I know him and Masao Akage aren't exactly best friends, but we just saw them last week on Crossfire. They picked up a win together against the team of Patch Mondo and Shinaz Andoni. But it seems like Kai would rather take some money than come out here with Kage tonight and potentially become tag team champion. And think about how the SNS Connection won the Unified World Tag Team titles back at Purgatory, a handicap match, when they defeated Jason Spade following Brett Curtis abandoning his tag team partner. This is dour. Masao Akage on his own, facing the SNS Connection here for the Unified World Tag Team titles. And props to Kage not backing down, not asking for a replacement partner. He's gonna give it a shot. And I guess if he wins, he can then be free to choose his own tag team partner, unless there's some sort of contractual thing that would make Christian Kai champion. Now that would be a shame. But of course, that's a lot of ifs, ands, and maybes. Big hill to climb for Masao Akage here as he starts things off against Hoxton. What's up, Dynamic? Yeah, I haven't seen you in a while. Irish whip, sending Hoxton off the ropes. Duck into a DDT. The first tag team defense of the SNS Connection since winning them back in Purgatory, as talked about earlier. The season has definitely started off hot for the champions, knocking off the Next Gen Renegades a couple weeks ago. Of course, attacking them post-match, and then earlier this week attacking Joseph Santos backstage and having the gall to accuse the footage of being altered, claiming they saved Joseph Santos from an attack by Sarasi. Of course, keeping Santos from having that match with Pierre Thompson. And scheduled next week on Supremacy is Shea Hoxton versus Joseph Santos. A lot of things doctored, huh? A lot of things not as they appear when it comes to the SNS Connection. Arms out wide. Xander Slate, along with Hoxton, basking in their plan, coming together nicely with a cherry on top, buying off Christian Kai to leave Masao Akage hanging in this Unified World Tag Team Championship match. You just knew Hoxton, being in Las Vegas, Nevada, this close to home, couldn't help but to resort to his old ways. Chop away the hand. Slate follows it up with a kick to the midsection, right into the Slate Walk Slam. And this one might already be over. This is your senator, Nevada. Shea Hoxton, barely trying to hide his corruption. And again, I won't reveal my source. The man who got me that videotape of the deal going down in the parking lot earlier tonight. Kage escaping the clutches of Slate there, who was surely looking for a signature maneuver of some kind, perhaps the clean slate. Props to Kage. Fisherman suplex, so you could call it perfect. I'm not going to buy Slater Hoxton trying to make up some story. It's pretty blatant. It's pretty obvious what we saw and what we're seeing. Another Slate Walk Slam. And of course, Xander has to mock these fans just a little bit before actually trying to win the match, but gonna get yours. Kage making him pay for it. Ran right into that elbow. And then a clothesline. Slate gonna give it another go. And this time, straight into slain by Slate to retain the Unified World Tag Team titles here at Wildcard. Will it be enough? Masala Kage forced to tap, and the payoff is successful. The SNS Connection still the Unified World Tag Team Champions. And that just gets under your skin. Reminds me of Jason Spade accepting the draw a couple weeks ago during the championship scramble. What kind of champion? I mean, if they weren't guilty, if there really wasn't a payoff, then the SNS Connection would ask for this match to be moved to a later date so Kage can find another partner or something like that. These champions on Supremacy, man. And speaking of Jason Spade, now we got to see him come out here. An easy defense for the SNS Connection. Kage gave it boots. But in the end, the numbers game catches up and forced to tap. Oh, and a little celebratory hug from these villains. I hope they're proud of themselves. All right, sorry about that. Quick a drink. Before we get into our main event, guys, here at Wildcard, it is time for the highly anticipated matchup between Schmitty and Jason Spade. Why anybody anticipates Jason Spade, I will never know. But the fact of the matter is, this is a much look forward to matchup as the CMV Global Champion Schmitty, and of course, never far behind is his right-hand gal, Dada, who spoke for Schmitty while he was in his coma, courtesy of the spider bite inflicted upon him by Joy Justice a couple weeks ago. And Justice only giving him the antidote a couple of days ago if Dada would sign a contract agreeing to a global championship match for Bloody Justice in 2 weeks' time at Battle Scars. And so that is now official. Schmitty back on his feet, but one has to wonder if he's truly at 100%. He's been cleared, but a spider bite that lethal, I don't think you're just going to stop feeling it after a couple of days. This is a dream match many have been looking forward to for quite a long time, only elevated at Christmas Clash. After Schmitty's successful defense of the Global Championship against Jacob Ziegler, Jason Spade came down to the ring, got in his face, and told him he's the real world champion, and anytime you want it, come and get it. And so here we go. What a night it's been so far, and unfortunately we have to end it on a low note with Jason Spade, the undisputed world heavyweight champion. But don't fret, ladies and gentlemen, not for long. As I can also confirm that along with the huge global championship made at Battle Scars, Bloody Justice versus Schmitty, I have signed the match for Ace Reeves and Jason Spade, one-on-one undisputed world heavyweight championship. The nightmare ends in 2 weeks. Ace Reeves will be christened the undisputed world heavyweight champion, ladies and gentlemen. The champion we all deserve. I mean, look at this. This is your world champion, and he comes out here cosplaying in, what, a Spider-Man outfit? Is this who you want? God, just imagine if this was Ace Reeves. He'd be coming out here, you'd look at him and you'd think, there's a world champion. He'd carry that title with honor, respect, integrity. And let's just hope that maybe for one night, Jason Spade won't let us down. And maybe, just maybe, he can capitalize on Schmitty's grogginess and win this match for supremacy, unlikely as it may be. Neither championship on the line, but certainly a lot of pride and a lot of bragging rights. Supremacy versus Crossfire here, as right out of the gate, Schmitty throws a punch and gets a double boot stomp for his troubles. Quick reversal, and a big old kick across the chest. And always keep a close eye on Dada, the man-eater there at ringside. It's been an okay night for the Purge so far. Tenra unable to win the Internet Championship, but Jarek Lawson was able to successfully retain the United States Championship against Dave Turner. And in Schmitty's absence, there has certainly been no breath of fresh air for the Crossfire Superstars. As we saw a couple of nights ago, the Purge was still out in full effect. Lance Romance beating down Anarchy champion Chris Diamond, while Tenra and Dara knocked off Party Hardcore in a tag team war. The Purge's presence always felt, even with its leader taken out of action momentarily. Schmitty says Jason Spade's going to get it here tonight, and then Bloody Justice and the whole Justice family is next. And we know what Schmitty's capable of. Look what he did to Randy Borton last season, Chris Adams, Paul Devon, and of course Ace Reeves running him down in a truck, almost ending his career. God, I can't even think what CMV would be like without Ace Reeves. And there's Dara getting up on the apron, trying to call the attention of Jason Spade. Wouldn't be surprised if he fell for it, but wow, he actually stays focused. Big knees to the back. Schmitty falling flat on his back. It pains me in my heart to have to root for Jason Spade, but I certainly can't back someone like Schmitty, a Crossfire Superstar, and someone heinous enough to try and end the career of Ace Reeves. I'll never forgive Schmitty for that. Big boot right across the face of the Game Changer. But again, only a couple more weeks. That's all we have to put up with. At Battle Scars, Ace Reeves will do us all a favor and beat Jason Spade, take the undisputed World Heavyweight Championship, and then we can all sleep easy. Wheelbarrow Stunner, and Jason Spade can't get back to his feet. Finally does. As does Schmitty, though. Dragged over to the corner. Elbow stops him dead in his tracks. Backed into the corner, not a place Jason Spade wants to be. And right into the DDT. Skull-cracking impact. And now Schmitty has found his target. The head and neck of Jason Spade, softening him up for perhaps the rear naked choke, or maybe worse, the old school Schmitty. Jason Spade picked this fight when he came out of Christmas Clash and got in Schmitty's face. He better not go and blow it now, or I'll have to hear Kent Donahue boasting for the next few months. Only a 1 count off that swinging neck breaker. But of course, it's been constant jabs between these two for a while. Schmitty, the one thing I will say about him, he's right when he says Jason Spade isn't a world champion. Out of these two, I would definitely take Schmitty to represent a brand. I don't agree with his actions. I don't like a lot of the things that come out of his mouth. But at least Schmitty, you can look at him and not be so depressed. This creature of the night. This animal. I mean, come on. I have to have security here with me at all times at the announce table. One on my right and one on my left, just because of this guy threatening to beat me up. I gotta feel unsafe behind the commentary table here. Well, Watchdar, remember what I said at the start of the match. Keep your eyes on her. Under the ring, throws in a steel chair. Schmitty, meanwhile, trying to keep his advantage alive. He's got the upper hand for now. Taking out Spade with that modified facebuster. Referee Tyson's standing right on top of the steel chair, but doesn't seem to be aware of its presence in the ring just yet. Dragon screw, and down goes the global champion. As our nerd, Spider-Man loving loser Jason Spade bashing Schmitty's face in. Falling with a thud. Able to reject that cutter. Not the hook, though. And that leads right into a brain buster. That's the maneuver that, I hate to recall it, Schmitty won with against Ace Riggs in the main event of Ascendance. Oh, wait a minute. Schmitty, there's the rear naked choke, and Schmitty has been working the head and neck all match. Middle of the ring, no hope for a rope break. Schmitty, choke him out. Yeah, squeeze the life out of him. Able to counter. Oh, and Jason Spade, using his wiliness, almost able to steal the 3 count. I know. I gotta root for Jason Spade here. Supremacy all the way, but I did like seeing that rear naked choke. Pushed away, Jason Spade. Middle of the ring. Drop kick sends back Schmitty, but Dada messing with the top turnbuckle just as Jason Spade locks in a cross armbar. Doesn't have it fully locked in, though, and Schmitty's able to escape with some well-placed punches right above the eye. Dada's constant interference hasn't done any real harm just yet. Drop kick barely grazing Schmitty, and the stroke busting Jason Spade open. So easily cut open. Uh-oh. Schmitty, finger on the trigger. The game changer, looking to prove he's the dominant champion. Old school Schmitty. 1, 2. Jason Spade. Props, able to kick out. Hasn't disappointed Supremacy just yet. And he is bleeding badly. No rush for the medical crew to get down there and help him out. It's okay. He'll be fine. Able to escape that cheeky pin by Schmitty. Even the added leverage. Tries for a big boot in the corner. Gets an elbow to the knee instead. Sweep from the undisputed heavyweight champion. And come on, Spade. One night only. I'm rooting for you. Don't let us down. All the boys in the locker room. Lands and brings the bottom. God, I hate that move. But I think it might be enough. Maybe, just maybe, Jason Spade, for one night only, won't let us all down. Jason Spade wins it for Supremacy. Of course, Schmitty wasn't at 100%, but at least Jason Spade didn't choke like we all thought he would. Jason Spade winning this highly anticipated champion versus champion match at Wild Card. Hey, Ken, nice champion. I still don't like the maneuver, and I'm still thinking about banning it. But the Lanzenberg lobotomy, at least tonight, gets the job done. Jason Spade is the dominant world champion for now, until Ace Reeves takes what's rightfully his in 2 weeks' time at Battle Scars. And thank you guys for joining me here tonight. I hope you enjoyed the show as much as I did. Unfortunately, we had to end on Jason Spade's ugly face. But until then, I hope you have a lovely rest of your Sunday. And I shall see you when I see you. Bye.